Hello everyone, thanks again for tuning into Sin's Workshop. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today we are going to be reviewing The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. This book has been on my review list for a while, a year and a half now. It was the book club pick for Read with Sin's Workshop, October 2023. I have a serious backlog of books I need to review, and I'm trying to just review the ones I loved, the ones I hated, and the ones that I have a publisher obligation to review. So that way I feel less overwhelmed. But regardless, Final Girl Support Group, it was like everything I loved, especially if you're someone like me who loves a good slasher. My favorites being Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, Friday the 13th, Halloween. I mean, Hendrix pays tribute to all of them, including Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, the girls in the Final Girl Support Group are the survivors of those movies, and it's great. It's so good. Especially, you know what my favorite part was? My favorite part was when they reference Scream. And they say, yeah, her survival launched a whole series of movies called Stab. What is Stab from? Scream. And it's the greatest thing ever. I read that and I was like, oh my god, I'm already in love with this book. I think Hendrix did a phenomenal job with paying tribute to all of these slashers, like the classics. With the Nightmare on Elm Street one, I was a little like, how are we doing this one? But he made it work. I don't want to spoil it. He made it work. And you get to see at the end when the survival, everyone's like, what are you doing? There's someone trying to kill us. And she's like, I'm going to sleep. That's my superpower. And they're like, oh my god. And then what happens later? Poof, out of nowhere she appears. And I'm just like, she just used her Dream Warrior power. There's no explanation as to how or anything. She's just in a different scene, far away from where she fell asleep. And I'm just like, okay, this is cool. I loved it so much. And here's the thing, I will say. There are scenes, especially Friday the 13th Part 2, that opening scene with how she dies, and the closing scene of Part 1. He does copy-paste those scenes and into the book. However, he still found a way to make them his own. And it doesn't feel like a copy-paste. It's just like, oh my god, look at you honoring some of these great final girls. And you have the story, it follows, what's her name? Lynette? Yeah, Lynette. So Lynette is his own creation. She is a survivor, right? Obviously, she's a final girl. She's a survivor of a massacre at her home. Someone came into her house, impaled her on like antlers, and then she played possum as he proceeded to kill her parents and her little sister. And she watched it all happen. She watched the horror unfold. And, you know, Hendrix is very descriptive with that horror. And you're just like, oh my god, no wonder you're so traumatized and fucked up. But you know what? She's a survivor. And she doesn't even think she should be a final girl because she didn't, you know, battle it out with anyone. She played possum. But now she's like, no, there's someone trying to kill all of us. And she's not wrong. And everyone should just listen to her, but you kind of get why they don't. I love the tension. The tension was amazing. The pacing. The way the story just kind of unfolded. I didn't see some of the arcs coming. I was like, what in the heck? I mean, I just loved getting to know the final girls from all of my favorite franchises. And it was so good. I still can't get over the Stab moment. The Stab movies. And I'm like, yes! Stab! He just made Stab canon, like for real. And it just, clearly it makes me giddy and happy. Clearly, I'm a dork. And you know what? It's okay. I like being a dork. I really do. It was just such a phenomenal novel. I couldn't put it down. I'm so glad I got to read it. I'm so glad. I just need to buy everything Grady Hendrix has written. I just bought his newest one, Witchcraft for Wayward Girls, but I want to read How to Sell a Haunted House. So I'll probably make that my book club pick in October, just to keep on theme. No voting this October. It's just gonna be How to Sell a Haunted House. Sorry, not sorry. I'm really excited to read it. But I think Hendrix does a phenomenal job with pacing and storytelling and character development, and he subverts your expectations a lot. And usually it kind of annoys me when authors try too hard to subvert your expectations. But I think that's why I love this book, because it really did remind me of the Scream movies. You know, it's poking fun at some of those horror tropes. And I like to say I would survive, you know. I know the rules. I know how to survive a horror movie. I never want to be in that position, but I think I would survive. I've seen enough horror movies, so we'll see. Actually, no, we'll not see. I don't want to be in that position ever. But regardless, you know, I think he does such a great way of storytelling. That was a completely grammatically incorrect sentence. But I'm sorry, I'm really excited to talk about this book because I loved it so much. It was fun, it was energetic, it was high, fast pace, high tension, great characterization. And I love these Final Girls, and I think Hendrix did a phenomenal job of taking the Final Girls from my favorite franchises and really writing a story with them and giving them more life in literature. And I'm like, this is great. I love this. I loved it so much. Ooh, you know what he should do next? He should do his own spin on Alien. I think that would be phenomenal. I'm not mad that I just put that out in the universe. Needless to say, Final Girl Support Group gets 5 stars for me. I absolutely loved it. If you like slasher films, if you like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Scream, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, definitely. And if you just like slashers in general, like Freaky and Happy Death Day, those were also really good movies. I even liked Happy Death Day too. But if you like those types of movies, then you have to pick up this book. I think, really do think you'll love it and enjoy it as much as I did. Can you not see my enthusiasm here? In any case, thank you all for tuning in and watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your book-loving friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.